Jordan Peterson needs Jesus. These were my first thoughts when I heard of the recent health scare that Jordan Peterson is apparently dealing with. He's a very polarizing figure in the conservative Christian community, specifically the online community. My personal opinion on Jordan Peterson is that while I appreciate a lot of his insight, he's definitely intelligent, he's a psychology professor. I do appreciate that he has denounced um, certain public figures such as Andrew Tate on the grounds of his quote unquote pimp like behavior. So he does seem to have an element of common decency. Um, I don't agree with everything Jordan Peterson says. I do take exception to some of the opinions he's shared publicly that would lean towards misogyny. For example, saying that perhaps we need to consider that it might be beneficial for women to be considered men's property because that would give the man a stronger case um, against someone who were to assault his wife. Again, there's that patriarchal devaluing of women, putting the inherent value of a woman at the mercy of their significant other or determining their value based on whether they belong to a man. So that's just one example of something that I don't like about Jordan Peterson. Now, he made that comment quite some time back. It's possible that he has since changed his stance on that. To be honest, I haven't been following him as of late, simply because he's on the Daily Wire and I'm not a fan of the Daily Wire for the same reasons I'm not a fan of some of Jordan Peterson's previous opinions on the patriarchy. That being said, my main issue with Jordan Peterson is, again, we have this conservative male figure that's being elevated in Christian circles and even Catholic circles. I can't tell you how many times I've heard even Bishop Barron speaking highly of this man, yet he has not come out and accepted Jesus Christ. When he was asked publicly, he refused to say that, yes, he's a Christian definitively, that, yes, he believes in Jesus Christ. And so it's interesting that now he's going through this very public battle with his health, which isn't the first time. We've seen him kind of go off grid a few years back with some serious health complications. His daughter, Michaela Peterson, talked about having to take him to Russia to get a very specific treatment. Um, and she also mentioned, interestingly enough, that she believes that what's happening now is a spiritual battle. And I would be inclined to agree with that. So, Jordan Peterson, we're in a time where the wheat is being separated from the chaff. The scripture is very clear that the lukewarm will be vomited from the mouth. In other words, you either choose Jesus or you don't. So for someone as intelligent as Jordan Peterson, with all the knowledge at his fingertips, he's educated, he preaches on morality. But if you don't fully accept the truth, which is Jesus Christ, then you don't truly have the truth within you, and therefore you cannot fully speak the truth. Out of an abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, as it says in scripture. So, Jordan Peterson, follow your wife who has chosen to publicly become Catholic, do the right thing, and find Jesus.